Uh, microphone check. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. This is the Blaze the Lion podcast. It's panel time, y'all. Uh-huh. All right. This is episode 57.
What?
Hmm.
That might be a
Thank you
lucky
all. Maybe play that.
for sure.
Tonight's theme, well, rather, this month's theme, January, is the DJs. All right. One time for the DJs. Huh. Do the DJs get enough respect? Hmm. Are the DJs over? Are the DJs just getting started? Huh. Do we still have love for the DJs? Are the DJs taking over? Hmm. Well, tonight is special. Tonight is really special because not only do we have DJs, not only do we have a panel of DJs, we have an all-star panel of women DJs. Hey. So these are all women from all over who are here to share their experiences, the ups, the downs, the pros and the cons, the stories, real life situations, ready to drop gems. Hmm. So whether you love the DJs, whether you're an aspiring DJ, whether you just love music and you just love to dance, whatever it is, we have to uplift the DJs. And this is women empowerment, man. This is ladies' night. This is all of that and more. So I'm excited. I know they're excited. But before I get into our guests one by one, reminder you are right now watching the Blaze the Line podcast. We are live on YouTube every Tuesday at 9 p.m. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a damn friend about the Blaze the Line podcast. Like this episode right here. Click like. Subscribe to the Blaze the Line podcast. Yes. And share this video. Share this live with those around you. You just never know whose life you could change. You might give somebody joy in whatever season that they're going through by giving them tonight's episode. Also, I'd like to say a big shout out to our sponsor, Star Child Social, for all your digital marketing needs, from websites to logos to branding to social media management, all of that and more. Check out our sponsor at starchild, excuse me, .com, and tell them Blaze sent you. She might just give you a discount. Might. All right. Also, for those rocking with the movement, and you would like to be a monthly contributor, we have 3 tiers. All right. From $1 a month to $5 a month to $10 a month. And you get the Blaze the Lion podcast apparel. You see that logo right there? It might be on the back of the screen. It might be on the right of the screen or the left of your screen, depending on how you're viewing it. And that says Blaze the Lion at the top and podcast at the bottom. We have shirts with that in red and black and gray. We have tank tops for the ladies. We have long sleeve shirts as well. All right. So rock the squad, man. Get down with the squad. Get down with the movement. All right. So if you are just listening to this podcast from the audio version, which will be available tomorrow, then you don't have the opportunity to see my lovely guests. But if you are watching this on YouTube or on iSquad TV, then you get the privilege of having the visual, seeing these lovely guests. So you all know me, you all have seen my face. Yeah, whatever. So one by one, I'm going to allow my guests to introduce themselves so you can be more well acquainted with them and what they have to bring to the table. So, first up, we have Miss Sound System herself, tropical background and all. DJ Soka B.
Me, 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 me. I am Miss DJ Soka B, also known as Nadine. That's my, I guess, government name if you want to call it so. I am from Brooklyn originally, currently residing in Florida. Stranahan Dragon alumni. Got to shout that one out real quick.
Hey.
Big up to all my Stranahan family. I have been DJing for 5 years, just about 5 years. I am also a teacher, and I like to basically not teach music, but I like to incorporate music in the classroom. So music kind of follows me everywhere I go. Um, Pretty much got my music start from my dad, who used to love playing his records and just chill out on the couch. So I used to like be interested in the cassette player and the equalizer and like every big setup. If you're from the 80s, y'all know what that big setup was. That's kind of how I got my start. But officially just going ahead and getting into the scene, trying to represent for the female DJs. Kudos to all on the panel right now as well. Yeah, and just trying to get the name out there and just represent for our little sisterhood that we have out here and just showing them that we can do what the fellas do, maybe a little bit better. But just having a
Mm.
good time and, bringing our vibe and our joy to the world.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love it. I love it. Thank you for being a part. Next up, we have DJ BB Bad.
Hi guys, my name is Bianca. My government name is Bianca. My artist name is BB Bad. I'm a DJ, but I'm a dancer first. I'm a professional dancer. I've been dancing for 20 years of my life. I'm 24. Pre-pandemic, I was in New York pursuing dance full time. And then when the pandemic hit, I came home to St. Martin, which is where I'm from in the Caribbean. And I learned how to DJ. And then actually, St. Martin was one of the only places in the world at one point that was open, like open borders, like people could catch flights. Like we were just open, like before, like majority of the world. So we had parties, all kind of things going on, like in the middle of the pandemic, which was a good thing for me because then I got so much experience DJing out in the clubs and stuff like that. So I've been DJing for a year and a half now, fairly new in the game, but I am one of the only females on my island that DJs. So it's definitely been something really amazing for me because I know that that will inspire the future. They have somebody to look at and say, "Oh, I never thought like females could be a DJ, but now I have this girl from my island that's doing it. Like, oh, maybe I could do the same thing too." But music has been a part of my life for the majority of my life. I love music so much. I started off playing the violin when I was younger. And then I transitioned into classical piano, and I've been training in that for about 7 years, even though now I kind of slacking on my practice a little bit. So, but yeah, love music, love DJing. That's my new venture. I'm super passionate about it. So I hope, one day when this pandemic is like fully over, I could really like travel and get myself out there and also like spread the love of Caribbean culture and music with the world.
Mhm. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Next up, we have DJ Chocolate Rocket.
Hello, hello everyone. How are you doing? I hope all is well. Like Blaze said, I'm DJ Chocolate Rocket. I'm originally from South Carolina. I currently reside in Charlotte, North Carolina. I started DJing in 2016, and that's coming from being a promoter and planner to DJing. I have a background in music. I've played 5 different instruments. So DJing was just like a natural transition, especially with my love of music. I am a Coalition Carolinas DJ. I'm the only female Coalition DJ in the Carolinas here. So, like my girl said before me, we represent for the ladies. We represent. Um, I do multiple events from my own to others, being a house DJ at multiple locations. So, like if you're looking at my background right now, I'm actually at one of my events right now. So I'm just happy to be here and happy to get to know these panel of beautiful ladies that are with me.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Next up, we have DJ Queen.
What's going on, everybody? My name is DJ Queen. I'm originally from the DMV. I won't just say DC because I lived all over when I lived up north. I've been a DJ since 2017 after me losing my job in healthcare. So it wasn't a natural transition, but it came naturally after losing a job that I felt like I was going to be at for 20 plus years. DJing changed my life. It's opened up a lot of doors for me when it comes to entrepreneurship. I've taught some classes. I see some ladies from the island, some classes virtually with young girls in St. Lucia. I love to empower the youth because this is the thing. We find out that certain let's say certain entertainment industries and stuff like that, sometimes you find out how great they are so late in life at age. You get what I'm saying? I'm 30 years old, so I like to teach the young girls about entrepreneurship. It's very important even if they don't go that way. I've always loved music. I always loved music since I was a little girl. Never could sing. I'm like a shower singer, but I feel like I could, I say, well, maybe I could DJ, and I taught myself how to DJ in 2017 from YouTube, actually. And then I had a mentor come in and help me out. So yeah, I'm a DJ. I'm a female barber. I am a voice actor. So I do a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats, but I definitely represent for the female DJs here I live here in Atlanta right now. I call myself a plus size full figured female DJs because I got a lot of love to show when I'm out there working. So yeah, I'm definitely representing for our big Black beautiful women as well as our female DJs.
Boom. There you have it. Yeah, I like you, DJ Queen.
I like you too. I like you
I
too.
like you.
It's so nice to finally meet you.
Yes, definitely. All right, and last but definitely not least, we have DJ Renee. Renee in the mix.
What's up? My name is Renee in the Mix. My name is Renee. My DJ name is Renee in the Mix. Like on my Instagram, my website, everything is just Renee in the Mix. And I've been a DJ for 10 years. And DJing is a journey. Like you have to have a passion to do it. So I've been lucky to DJ in. I wrote a list because I can't remember the names, but I've been in Dubai for the longest. I lived in Dubai for like 8 years, DJing there. And then I lived in Bahrain as well, DJing. And then in between Dubai, I did as well short contracts in Amsterdam, Belgium, Malaysia, and Oman, doing guest DJing and stuff. And now I moved to the United States like 11 months ago. So during pandemic, obviously, if you're a full-time DJ, you were jobless for a year. I was jobless for a year, the whole of 2020. So that kind of taught me much about having like a backup plan, just in case things get worse. And I decided to pursue nursing. So I am a nursing student right now. Oh yeah, that's me.
Awesome. All right. So now that we kind of know everybody is family now. Let's get into the questions. All right. So for the questions, some of you might get the same question. All of you may not get the same question, though. All right. So just putting that out there. So here we go. Question number 1. Excuse me. Is what makes DJing such a joy, such a passion for you? What about DJing makes it passionate, brings that purpose out of you? And I'm going to start with, if she's looking, DJ Chocolate Rocket. She probably don't hear. Chocolate Rocket.
Sorry, I was directing someone on where to park. The parking lot stay.
Okay. Yeah, so the first question was, what about DJing brings that passion, brings that purpose out of you?
I like creating a vibe, point blank period. Being able to make someone's day, because I've been at multiple places where people come in and their day is just going horribly. The DJ has the ability to change their entire mindset at that time. And we we have, it's like a superpower, right? Being able to shift the atmosphere with just the playing of one song. It's great.
Mm. Yes, yes,
We gonna work it
definitely.
through. Cause they ain't way.
All right, let's go to DJ Queen. What about DJing brings that passion, brings that purpose out of you?
DJing to me, what brings the passion out of me is like DJ Chocolate Rocket said, definitely be able to change someone's day through music. I always like to meet new people. I like to be in rooms with different people because for me, DJing, I've connected with a lot of entrepreneurs. I've done a lot of events where those people are there and they're explaining like how they went through their journey and how they are where they are now. And here I am, playing music for them, making them feel good, going through my journey. So it's always good to meet new people. And every time, it's just, let me say, from 2017 till now, I mean, the passion builds every time you do an event for me. I don't care if I do a million events a year. Every event, I've always taken something from it, and it just makes me better. It makes me a better me,
Mm.
for sure.
Yes, yes. All right, let's go to DJ BB Bad. What about DJing brings that
Well,
passion and purpose?
I mean, honestly, just seeing people dance and smile and have fun. Like when you up in the DJ booth and you're looking down and people just vibing, jumping, dancing with your friends, like it's just such a rewarding feeling, And even more so as a dancer, like to like make people move and want to move is such a fun thing. Because then you feel like moving, you're just dancing behind the DJ booth, and also like even when you're practicing at home, like just exploring music and the way that music does hit you, like there's no like there's not even a feeling that you can really describe, it's just like when that music just flowing through your body and then like that translates through your equipment, through the sound to other people. It's like wow, like just like oh everybody's saying, like you're just making somebody's day brighter, you're making them dance and have fun in that moment regardless of whatever they're going through, so I think that that's really rewarding for me.
Yes, yes, definitely. I love that. Now, looking at DJ Soka B's background, that prompts me to my next question. How has your culture, your nationality, your background impacted you as a DJ? Let's start with DJ Soka B.
So I would have to say, especially being of Caribbean descent, soca music right now, I feel like I don't want to say it's underrated. It's just it's widely played in our soca community. Trying to get it to be more mainstream and getting it out there. So like if we go in, I'll give you a perfect example. One of the things that kind of drove me to want to start playing more and bringing my culture, out to the world was when I first moved to Tampa. I went to one of the clubs. And you go in the club, they mostly play like hip hop, they throwback R&B, things like that. And then, oh yeah, let's go do the island segment, and then they'll play like old school Sean Paul and like things like that. And it was like those songs are nice, but there's like so much more. And it's
Yeah.
not necessarily that they're ignorant to the culture, but they may not have the same or not advantages per se, but like the same access to that music. They may not just be aware that there's other things outside of what's playing on the radio. So I will definitely say like it's my culture, but also having been on that scene before and knowing, getting a better understanding of what are these DJs familiar with already versus what I could bring to the table that's a little bit different. Again, just getting them more aware of our culture and then also being Haitian, not a lot of DJs playing a lot of compa out there either. So for me, I feel like it's a dual purpose. I'm trying to get soca to be more mainstream. I mean, in that realm, and then bringing that other side of my culture into it as well, and getting other people more familiar to. There's not just hip hop. It's not just the Spanish music and things like that. All genres that I love. But just bringing more exposure. So I think that's one thing that drives me, like especially when I play, I try to play a lot of different things. And then even within the Caribbean community, what they call the small islands, I don't like to call them small. They small islands with big soul. That's what I call them. So for me, that's one of the driving things. Yeah, Trinidad and Jamaica, and then, but BB Bads from St. Martin. Like I got excited. I was like, oh, I have some St. Martin soca music, so I want to, I want to play a couple of tunes. Or even Renee in the Mix from Nairobi. Like my boyfriend's also a DJ. His part of his family is from Nigeria. So that kind of drives a little bit, and I like culture in general. So just bringing all of that to the forefront and then being able to be on a platform where I can share that with people who may not be knowledgeable of that culture in itself. That's kind of what drives how I play and just trying to mix it all together. That's my basic expression to the world.
Yes. Same question. Renee in the mix. How has your culture affected or impacted
Can I mute the mic?
you as a DJ?
Well, being from Nairobi, we listen to 80% reggae dancehall. That's what, when you go to the clubs, that's what you're gonna hear. So I grew up listening to reggae and dancehall, and that's what I started DJing. When I started, I was strictly a reggae DJ. I wasn't DJing any other genre. But then as I went on exploring different music and stuff, I started DJing even house, like deep house, progressive and stuff. But then now I'm even happier because before, like 10 years ago, you you couldn't play Afrobeat out of Africa. Afrobeat was only played in Africa, and that was just African music. It was just in general African music, and only African people could understand African music. But now I'm so happy. Like Afrobeat is everywhere. Like
Yeah.
you walking somewhere in Germany, a very like white crowd, kind of, and they're playing Afrobeat. And I'm like, woo, this makes me happy. So I'm really happy, like, to get booked in different countries and just play Afrobeat. So, like, I'm putting my culture out there. So that makes me happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Afro beats is, whoa, is a huge wave right now. Everybody wants some sort of Afro beats artist or some sort of Afro beats uh, beat, rather production or energy on their single, on their album. So, hmm. All right. Moving into our next topic. This one is for DJ Chocolate Rocket. All right. How demanding is life as a DJ?
So I'm a little different, right? To me, if I'm sitting stagnant, then that's no good. So I like to be busy. And I'm going to say, when you love the work, it's not that demanding because you're doing what you love. It's not a job, it's a
Yeah.
passion.
Yeah.
So it's demanding has a negative connotation. And so we're going to flip that negative to how intense is it. It can be real intense, right? Simply because you gotta deal with so many people's personalities when you're at an event, and then don't let them get a little booze in their system. Everybody want to hear their favorite song at that point in time. Like if I'm in the middle of my soca set, don't come asking me for no 90s R&B. Like just don't do that. That's when it comes. That's when it's like intense. You gotta be able to reel in personalities, reel in like I know you're a little inebriated right now. I got you. Give me 10 minutes. I got you on the next set. Give me 10 minutes. And it's just keeping that atmosphere that you already set relevant instead of going up and down. Because if you do requests all night, you might get somebody a heart attack. You going from 120 to 65 BPMs back to 110. Like, no, you can't do that. Like, I can't play all your requests right then. No, I can't do that.
Yes. Keeping it real. Indeed, indeed. Same question. DJ BB Bad. How demanding is life as a DJ?
I mean, honestly, it kind of goes back to like what Renee was saying, like she's been DJing for 10 years and then all of a sudden there's a pandemic and then it's like nothing is going on. And for me, I only been in it for a year and a half. But like, for example, like Christmas time for me was like a busy time. So like I'll be having like maybe 3 gigs in one day, like a beach party and then a early club vibe and then a after party, and then that would be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way to Sunday. And then, of course, like you staying up late, you waking up late. You have to make sure you're taking care of yourself, your body, like, preparing just for every late night after every late night. And then it's like I had to like learn discipline too, like when you out, you want to be drinking and, partying while you DJing. And now I realize, okay, you can't do that every time because it's so unrealistic. You're gonna run yourself down. It's not like you're still on the job, so you have to focus on what you're doing. So I guess in that aspect it could be demanding in that sense of like, really needing to like take care of your body and your mind during the day to be your best self at night.
Yeah, yes. Renee in the mix. How demanding is it?
Well, I've got a couple of these. First, you respect. Like how would be better say, as a DJ, you need like to respect yourself and also to know what you're doing because you're an image. Everybody is watching you, and you don't know who is in the crowd. So like you have to carry yourself in a way that you're responsible for yourself and what you're doing. And secondly, you can be exhausted at times. Because let's say if you're getting booked outside the country and you're catching flights, you're catching one today, maybe tomorrow another city, like you can really get tired. And also, obviously, when you're digging your music, it's fun, but you gotta listen to the music. You gotta know like what are you playing out there. You can't just put a bunch of songs in your Serato and then just go DJ. Like you need to know this song is good for this kind of time. So as well, and then the last thing I think I can say demanding for me has been a struggle, like being in a relationship because it kind of if someone doesn't understand you, then they have to go.
Hmm.
You can't stop being a DJ. So that
Hmm.
kind of sense.
Hmm. Yes. So Renee and Bianca, you both touched on this, which is perfect. So for this question, as a DJ in peak season or whatever peak season is for you, what is your sleep like? Let's go with DJ Queen.
Let's see, sleep. I don't even know what that is. Like I'm joking, but I think BB Bad and Renee said you have to do self care. I've learned that like maybe a year or two in. You have to sometimes say no. Like I've done. I just did it the other day, and I feel so good about it.
Hmm.
You have to say no. You can't do everything because at the end of the day, this is your brand. This is how you show up. So if you are exhausted or you're tired, don't just take the gig just to say, oh, because I'm doing it, or I just want people to think that I'm doing it. You want to make sure you get ample amount of sleep in between gigs, especially for the ones who work nightclubs. Power to you. I get really sleepy maybe by 1:30 a.m. I can no longer, like when I first started, I used to be able to DJ from 9 to 2:30. Now I'm like at 1, I'm looking like it's time for me to go. Can I go now? So sleep is you rarely get sleep, especially if you keep adding stuff on. Like you're a DJ and then you do hair and then it's like, you gotta catch naps when you can. But I trust me, I love my naps now. My partner even knows she knows I like to nap. And when I'm napping, leave me alone. For sure.
One time for power naps.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
DJ Chocolate Rocket, before you
Speaking
go.
of nightclubs,
Yes, go for
I'm
it.
at one right now. I got to go.
Yes.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes. Last question for you. How's your sleep?
Um, yeah, I sleep on Mondays. That's
Okay.
it. That's it. That's my only day I sleep. Other than that, sleep misses me.
Mm.
That's
Straight up, straight up.
I said Mondays aside to get rest, and I'm working every other day.
Mm.
All right, y'all.
All right, Chocolate Rocket. Thank you so much.
No
Kill it
problem.
on, kill it there, kill it.
You
Represent.
know it.
Uh, yes. Big shout to Chocolate Rocket for she's on duty right now. All right, at a club, putting in work, and she still showed love, and she still made time to come on the pod and chop it up with us. So big love, big shots to her. Definitely. All right. Excuse me. Where's my water? Next topic here. Everything, a lot of things are waves, and we all have our genres and what we like. And I don't know if maybe what you listen to personally may differ from what you play. Maybe it's depending on where you go or where the opportunity is. But I want to ask right now, currently, what is your favorite genre of music to play? Soka B.
So I'm gonna say I feel like it's a given because it's in my name. Soca
Is it
music is where it's
country?
at. I absolutely love soca music. I love compa. Again, it's what I grew up with. So my favorite genre, I have to say, above all right now, is definitely soca. Compa is like a hard tie, almost kind of number two. I love my reggae. But then I'm also like an old school head because I'm from Brooklyn, so I like the throwbacks, like anything, like just get me in my Tims, and and that's kind of me. But I also like R&B. Like it kind of depends on my mood. Sometimes. But yeah, soca take over. Soca be to the world.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, same question. BB Bad, favorite genre to play right now?
Well, I love dancehall for life. But I also love Moombahton, which I guess I would describe as like a mix between dancehall and EDM. Which is not
Mm,
very popular on the island. Only in like certain places you could kind of play those kind of vibes where people not really looking for like culture. They kind of just looking for like just different type of music. But that it's something about a fusion of the worlds, kind of like a major laser vibe that like I really love.
yes.
So that's like my favorite to play also. Soca, of course, from the islands is a must. I also love hip hop, but not like old school. Of course, you have to play that in the clubs, but my favorite is more like smooth R&B soul kind of um hip hop.
Hmm. All right, I just learned something new. I love it. All right. Renee in the mix, favorite genre?
Oh, well, I have deep house, but right now I'm enjoying playing Afrobeats. Like most of my gigs right now, what I DJ, I play Afrobeats. But again, given that I've lived in different countries, with different, nationalities and stuff, I'm able to DJ Arabic music as well. Obviously, I'm from Kenya. We play dancehall and reggae. I love that. Like playing dancehall is like I'm home. So yeah, to be honest, I can survive in any place. I could DJ 90s, I could DJ 80s, R&B and hip hop as well. Yeah.
All right. And we'll give the same question to Queen. Favorite genre? What you got?
So definitely they hit it on the nose. Definitely for me, it's gonna be old school. Just because that kind of helps you when you're in the room trying to feel with the crowd of what they like. More than likely, depending if you're at a trap venue where they just play straight underground trap, you're gonna get people that's gonna love the old school music. It's certain things that they don't like, certain things, certain songs that people don't like to hear. But I love old school. I actually like EDM music, which is so like BB Bad was saying. I like to do those mixes with some hip hop. I just like any music that has an awesome beat that can make people dance. Because you got to think about it. Sometimes we get stuck playing hip hop and R&B, and sometimes I get bored. I get so bored, especially if I can't blend and make it sound good. I'm like, I can't. So definitely old school and EDM tracks for me.
All right. We
Mhm.
have a yes, we have a question in the chat. Um, right here. All things pun, Instagram Live. As a female DJ, how do you market yourself without having to be sexual? Do you think that will have an effect on you getting noticed nationally? Hmm. This can be anybody. Who wants to address this first? Queen, all yours.
All right, like I told y'all straight out the gate, I call myself a plus size female DJ. I did that for a reason. A lot of female DJs, when they come out, they want to be this dressed up, gloss, high heel, makeup every time DJ because they thought it could get them work. It thought it would get them partnerships with people. It does, but it only gets you kind of stuck in a lane. You never want to be stuck in a lane. Period. You want to be able to be marketable in any facet of life, period, like anywhere. Magazines, I've done things like that, magazines, fashion shows, and things of that nature. So I do think, in music, sex sells for sure. This is something that we know, but for me, I think you just got to have a different spin. Just be different. And I'm telling you, just like the girl who dresses up every day and she is like that sexual DJ who gets all the sexual gigs, you're gonna get the amount of gigs. You're not gonna get the same amount of gigs, but they're gonna be a lot different because guess what? That's you're in your market. You get what I'm saying? So it's separating you. It's not making you the same. So especially for the female DJs on here, just continue to create, but continue to want to be different. It's okay to be different because it brings you all types of work that you will never know that you can actually do. We see these commercials all the time. They starting to use DJs now on commercials. What's that commercial? I forget that commercial. It's like an insurance commercial, but you see what I'm saying?
The commercial, the
Huh?
insurance.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think sex sells in the club, but when it comes to corporate, they just want to make sure that you are different. And yeah, that you got that. You got a little, you have a little bit of spiciness to you, but you still can show up. You can still do corporate things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Renee in the mix. You also had your hand up.
Yeah, I think she has said everything. But to add on that, as a female DJ, I think you should be 95% skills. You know what you're doing, and then maybe 5% just be sexy. But 95% has to be your skills, and you're a good DJ because you want people to book you again and again. Because you might be the sexy DJ, but your DJ is crap. They'll book you one night, but you will never get another gig. And again, in the crowd, you don't know who is in the crowd. Because for me, I usually get gigs in between the crowd. Because I will DJ here, someone say, "Oh, I heard you DJ the other day, and I like you. Can I book you?" But then, if you just go there to look pretty, nobody gonna book you ever again. Because nobody will try to risk their club just to get you because you're sexy. And again, DJ booths are always like somewhere hidden, and people can only see up here. They can't see anything else. And they came here to have a good time, to drink, dance. So nobody really cares if DJ is hot. But if you're playing like good music, the vibe is there, people gonna be happy and they're gonna book you no matter how you look like.
And like you said, personality is the thing. That's the key right there. Personality. You can have somebody who is gorgeous and their personality sucks.
Yeah.
I witnessed it. I've talked to DJs and didn't even tell them I was a DJ. I'm like, some people personalities just edge won't work. You just won't, like you said, Renee. You just will not be bookable. You will be someone who nobody really want to work with. You don't want that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if women are, if the pretty women, or that's not even the right term, if those who dress very sexy, very sexual, I feel like you set yourself up to probably be judged harder because they're like, is she just a pretty face? Like, does she actually have skills? Is she able to really kill a session? You know what I mean? So if you're gonna dress up, like you really have to have that skill set to, you know what I mean, like to rock it. That brings me to my next question, where as a female DJ, do you feel it's harder to be a female DJ than the man? Do you feel this is a male dominated industry? What are your views on that?
I say no. I'm gonna give you guys a big no. Because you gotta think, male DJs, they have this thing, and they might be upset that I said that they kind of try to follow what each other is doing. They like to say, "Oh, if I'm working at that club, I'm gonna try to get the same contract at that club." They don't try to think outside of the box. Female DJs, we think outside of the box because we could do so many different things. You know what I'm saying? Just like I told you, fashion shows. We could do some magazine ads. We could do DJ for movies, and just like male DJs can do the same. To me, I don't think that they stretch their mind further enough from that club scene. I think some of them like the club scene because a lot of them have, to be honest, they have issues with them being, not confident enough. So they need that club scene to kind of make them feel like they're the best or the best at what they do. So yeah, for sure. I think it's no, it's, I mean, I think female DJs, we definitely put DJing on the map too, as well as male DJs.
Okay. BB Bad, what do you think? Is it harder for a female? Do you guys have your own separate lane? What are your views?
I think there's more than anything else, just a lot of judgment, It's like, oh, you're a woman. Do you know how to set up your own equipment? Do you know how to, like, all these things that you're just supposed to know, like, regardless of whatever job you have, right? Like, you have the job because you know how to do the job. But for some reason, it seems like with females, it's like, do you know how to do this? Do you need help with this? Oh, let me help you with that. And there's nothing wrong with help, but it's kind of condescending sometimes. Like, okay, does this person even know what they're really doing? But I also have to agree with Queen, because I feel like females, like, we take more risk. We have our own lane. I noticed, like, on my island, like, the DJs kind of stick to the same thing, and they don't want to, like, branch out and try new things and maybe introduce a new genre, or even a new song sometimes, because it's like, oh, like, people only want to hear this, and this. So I'm just going to play this, and this, because I want the clout and I want the popularity and I want to stay relevant. But they don't really take that risk sometimes, that I feel like women are more like, you know what, this is a vibe, and maybe people don't know this song, but they need to know this. I'm going to play it because I just feel like taking that chance. And that could just be my opinion. But that's how I feel. But in a lot of ways too, I mean, there's pros and cons to everything, right? So, like, my mentor was a man. Like, majority of the DJs I'm out with every single night are men, and they have helped me in a lot of ways. They have contributed to my growth. So I just think it depends on your environment, like how inclusive some people could be, versus sometimes when it maybe it's just competition.
Yeah. So, Kabir, how do you feel?
So it's interesting because for a while I did feel like DJing was kind of a male dominated arena, but only because majority of the DJs you see and hear that are promoted out there are mostly male. I feel like only recently, not discounting the female DJs that have been in the game for however long, but I feel like more recently now, it's almost like an uprising. I don't know how else to describe it. It just feels like an uprising. Like, I'm, interacting with a lot of female DJs everywhere, and I'm just like, oh my God, there's a lot of us. Like, we're really out here, but we don't get. I feel like the exposure is not to the same level as it is. No offense, if it's a man. The promotion is different. Like, everything, it's just not to the same level. My personal experience, so I actually DJ with a team called Freedom Sounds in Tampa. Big up FSI. It's all guys. I am the only female DJ on the team. Similar to, I believe it was Queen that said so, or maybe it was Chocolate Rocket. I do apologize. That was saying that they kind of got their start, doing promotions and things like that. I believe that was Chocolate Rocket that said that. Essentially, when I joined the team, that was my role, was to help promote and, like, talk to people, engage and things like that. But after a while, I was kind of like, I can do all that stuff, but I really want to be on the deck. And so that's when I started learning. But as many parties at the time that we were having, I know I was new to the scene, but I really wasn't on the scene. So people knew me, but didn't know that I could actually play. So when it became, I think there was one event that we did that was called Ladies Night. It was all female DJs. So it was myself. We had another DJ, I believe, in Tampa, and a couple in Orlando. that was like the first time people saw, oh wait, there's more. There's other ladies. There's ladies that actually can run a fet. They can actually hold their own and play, and we don't need the fellas to come up and set up a speaker or touch the mic and things like that. Like, yeah, we can hold our own. Like to BB Bad's point, sometimes it does feel like there's a little bit of a condescending, and I don't think it's intentional. But it's just like we get up there and then a man has to come up. They have to stand. They have to do this. They have to do that. And like you said, I appreciate the help because I'm not as experienced, I feel like. I do want to correct. I have been playing since 2016. So there's a lot of things even now that I'm still learning. But at the same time, it's like the exposure is a little bit different. And I don't know what it would take to kind of get out of that. Like I said, I do feel like there's a little bit of an uprising now. We're all holding our own. We're making names for ourselves, and just getting that exposure out there. But there is definitely the levels are definitely different. So until we can kind of be on the same page and just recognize as a DJ, like even now we calling it female DJs. Like, well, why do we have to call it female DJ? It's just a DJ.
Yeah.
We're playing the same music on the same Serato with the same whatever it is that you're using. Why do we have to classify it as female DJ? Just, yes, I'm a female. You could see me. I'm a DJ. You know what I mean? And just leave it at that.
Yeah. Yes. I love it. I love it.
I feel like I got a little hype, so I apologize.
No, I love it. Speak it. Much appreciated. Now, ladies, do you know what time it is?
No.
Nap time.
9:47.
Time for snacks.
Y'all don't know what time it is?
Uh-oh. It's DJ time.
Oh, is that what it is?
Close.
Okay.
They don't know, y'all.
Uh-oh. Fill us in.
In the chat, they telling them, yes, it is color time. Color time. Color time. Color time. All right, so this is color time. This is the portion of the show where we get into colors and what they mean. So, as the host, I will be naming a variety of colors, and for each color, each of you will say what comes to mind. Whether it's spiritual, whether it's deep, whether it's philosophical, whether it's educational, whether it's blunt, logical, whether it's funny. There is no right or wrong answer, for it's whatever the color means to you. So, with that being said, are you ready?
Ready.
All right. Now, you all will not get the same color. All right. So, it'll be different colors for each of you. Here we go. Color number 1. Let's go with peach. And this is for Renee.
Peach. I think of weddings, because it's a nice wedding color. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Color number 2. Let's go with red. BB Bad.
Fire, passion, excitement.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Color number 3. I just feel that you have something for this color. I just feel it. So, DJ Queen.
Uh-oh.
Purple.
I think this color is like visionary. It's definitely a spiritual color. Purple is definitely spiritual. I think purple connects with the universe for sure. So it's just connecting with the universe. It's a spiritual color and it means passion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next color.
That is my favorite color too. That's so weird.
Hey.
This year, you know what I'm saying? I be getting these little things from the year just started. Jesus, come on through.
Nah, I just felt it. I felt it. I said purple is it for her. Definitely. Soka B, green.
So y'all don't laugh at me, all right?
We're
Green
laughing.
actually makes me think of like plantain. I don't know why that came to mind. It could be because I'm hungry. I'm sorry. Green. Hmm. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if the word life makes sense, like vibrancy and like the sprouting of something new or something, something along those lines. I don't know how to quite word it, but
Okay.
kind of like life.
Mm, okay. Okay. Next color. Let's go with a silky black. Renee.
Oh, black.
So silk black, it's gives me like a luxury, like something silky, black, yeah, luxury.
Okay. All right. Next color. Let's go with a aqua. Aqua green. BB bad.
Aqua green is giving me lagoon oceany vibes.
Okay. Next color. Let's go with hmm. Let's go with hot pink. Soka B.
Hot pink. I think of something that is for me. That color is like something that is super fiery and passionate and like not no fear. Like you're just out there. I'm bold. I'm proud. This is me. You can't hide really any. You can't hide hot pink. You can't really mask it with anything except black. But it's just like really out there, very outspoken, very vibrant, very noticeable kind of color.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna mix and match now. Here we go. Next color. Doodle brown. Queen.
I think of sadness. Who likes the color? Well, brown is not a bad color, but I think of like a mind that's kind of like filled with just some, just little sadness. I don't really see nothing in doodle brown. How about just brown?
Doodle brown. Huh?
Not doodle brown. Yeah, I just think I don't. I
I
think
so I wasn't the only one that started singing the song, right?
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I think of brown, but most people might say paper. A little bit of money, maybe. Money could be a little brown, a little dirty.
Hmm. Okay. I ain't taking no money that look doodle brown. No.
Look, y'all got this dust it off.
Nah.
Wear some gloves and a mask, you be all right. Put it in your neck, they ain't gonna know what it look like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If that money was in your ass cheeks.
Oh gosh.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes the tips come from. If you DJ in a strip club, they take the tips from the stripper they done rubbed it on, and here you
I get it. But it can't look brown.
But yeah, doodoo brown, I don't know. That's like a sad color.
Could just be an old bill. I mean, some of those old bills are kind of dingy brown looking.
Or we can say
And
like doodoo brown is like a foundation, something you need to build on top of. Let's just be positive. There you go.
Okay.
like that.
I was like, let me try something else.
Nice comeback. Nice comeback.
Thank you,
Okay.
girl.
Let's go with off white. BB bad.
Off white. That's such a boring color. That's reminding me of like everybody's inside, like the inside of the house. Very basic. Well, yours is brown, nice. Okay, she have the green walls, very nice. But the houses that I know, they're off white.
Somebody in the chat said mind filled with crap. There you go.
Okay.
All right. Boring. Okay.
That's just me though. That's how I feel inside when I hear off white. I don't know about anybody else.
Okay. Renee, let's go with bone white.
Pardon?
Bone white. Bone
What?
like the bone.
Bone what? For me, it's not a happy color.
Hmm.
It's
Why not?
just, I don't know. It's just there. Just something is there. Just a very neutral color that really you can't associate with any kind
Hmm.
of vibe.
Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna go with this color. This color, to some guests, it's been positive, but it's also been very negative. So let's just see where their mind is at. Next color, Sokobi, silver.
Silver. No offense. That just makes me think of like old.
Okay.
I don't know. Silver. Ugh, I don't know. That one, it's kind of interesting. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. Not like really in a good way. Like I guess silver for me would be similar to off white or bone white for Be Bad and Renee. It's just there and it's shiny. Like it doesn't. I don't know. That one doesn't really speak to me too heavily.
Hmm. Okay. Final color. For this one, all of you can chime in if you would like. All right, this is for anyone, no one in particular. Final color, rose gold.
I think in terms of career success, purpose, uh, yeah, career success and purpose. That rose gold. I love rose gold too. What is going on with you? And saying my favorite colors. I like rose gold jewelry.
My phone is rose gold. So
I love rose gold jewelry. That is my only color in jewelry, honestly.
Okay. Anyone else want to chime in on rose gold?
Yeah, I think
I
for
love
me,
rose gold. I would say like it's very soft but still stands out. Like it doesn't beg for attention, but it's there, it's shiny, it's elegant. Yeah.
it holds its own.
Yes, it's definitely
yeah,
money,
it's
baby.
like
Hmm.
you feel it's freshness, something fresh.
Hmm. Okay. If I was a color, what color would you call me?
Red.
Never mind. I was thinking
Red.
red. Okay. All right.
You have
I will take red.
blaze. Blaze is blaze. You're
Yes.
fire. You're a fire
Yes.
color. So red.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. All right. You just saved the podcast. I was about to take it somewhere else.
Oh,
Oh
Good.
no.
All right.
well, no, go ahead. Tell us. Listen, this is what makes podcasts fun
Hmm.
for your listeners. What's going on, Blaze? What color you
Yes.
think?
Me? Oh no, no, no. Red is good. Red is good.
He's
I'm gonna
like
go with
that.
red.
Go there.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
go
yellow, only because it reminds me of mellow, but just because your energy, like you have, your energy is just really even tone, like very balanced. You just really chill, like just kind of, I can dig it. I can dig it.
Yes, yes.
with red.
You know,
Okay. It depends. Sometimes I'm mellow, I'm calm. Other times I'm ah! It's just very
so see the colors of fire. There
on
you
the
go.
energy. Yeah.
A little bit
So
of everything.
I know Blaze After Dark. I was gonna lead him somewhere, Star Child. All right. So I want to take it down. I want to take it low. I want to take it dark. All right. So in your experiences, whether it be the pandemic whether it be something else in your private life, think of a dark season in this DJing journey. And did DJing help? Did it hurt? Describe a little bit, maybe a short story about a dark season in your life. Let's go with Renee.
Uh, Definitely for me, the pandemic was worst, but DJing helped because I was doing live shows on Facebook and Instagram, and actually to go to a point that even people could book you virtually, pay you money, and then DJ in their platform. So that kind of helped, like hype me up. So, yeah.
Hmm. Dark season. I can even add on to this question. During this dark season, was there ever a time that maybe you wanted to quit or pause your DJing? Anything like that? Let's go with Queen.
All right, so I would say a dark season for me was coming from my journey from coming from the DMV to Atlanta. Like I said, I had just lost my job in healthcare. I was there for 7 years. This is somewhere that I thought that I was going to be for 20 years. So when I was pulled in the office and they took my badge and my locker and all of these things, I thought that I was not going to be, any like successful with. I just thought, because we all, it depends on where you're from. You are programmed to live a certain life a certain way, because in the DMV and that up north in DC area, we kind of programmed to work for the government or to make sure we had that 9 to 5, and because we got to work like several jobs living up there because the rent is so high. So definitely my transition from DC to Atlanta was rough. I came here with literally $500 in a car, full of DJ equipment and clothes. So, and this is, and I lived in Airbnbs for a while. But, I always tell people this, I leave people with this, I'm going to leave you ladies with this for sure, that you have to go through to get through, right? When you talk about have I ever wanted to give up, no, I'm always someone who has to see it through. Just because I come from a family who sometimes they create things, they do things, and when it gets hard for them, they bow out. They don't want to continue. So for me, when I get myself involved in something, I'm gonna see it through because I know that if I'm doing it, it's meant to be a part of my journey in my life. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to learn lessons from things. You're going to have some hard times. If you don't have hard times when you're trying to go wherever you're trying to go in your career, it is not worth having. I tell people that all the time. It's not worth having. If you don't have no bad days, that's kind of weird. Because if it's meant for you, if it's God purpose over your life, you're going to have some days where He's going to make you question yourself because He want to see that you keep. So definitely my times moving to Atlanta. I think I've been in Atlanta 40 years now. Time, it flies.
Yeah.
But now I'm in a place where I'm just elevated. I keep moving. But yep, for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, before I get into more, I think I caught that fly. Sorry. As I get into more of the dark season, I want to go on a lighter note really quick. So I'm going to ask Soka B to deliver us the gift of music and give us a little bit of a mix. And then BB Bad, who is the professional dancer, if she wants to guide us through a couple.
Yes, back that chair up, girl.
You see how they just putting us on the spot like that? Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So you two can work as a team.
Too.
I'm just saying. So you can stretch. See, she's about to move out the
I got to plug in my laptop.
Oh, okay.
And look, she actually had an outfit on at the bottom. You know, when you do these lives, you know, you could be in pajama pants, but she actually had
exactly what.
You was ready.
It's already up top, but it's relaxation on the bottom right now, boy.
Right. You want me to back up? Watch it. Me?
No.
Y'all be like 19, it ain't even that type of party.
All right.
All right.
You want me to go ahead and start now, or you want me to wait?
Go for it.
All right.
Can you come, girl? Let me groove, let me groove, let me groove. Can you come, girl? Let me groove, let me groove, let me groove, let me groove. Hey, girl, I wanna groove, I wanna groove. I want you bend right over, girl. Go a little lower, push back a little harder, girl. Roll it slower. I want you shake up your body, girl. Roll up your body and show me you got it, girl. Show me you got it. Get in front and do your thing. Cause you wine on me medicine. Now back it up and work that body, girl. Twerk that body. Girl, show me the belly ring. Caribbean girl full of melanin. Now back it up and work that body, girl. Twerk that body. Push back like you don't have a man. Push back like I don't give a damn, girl. Push back, girl, and take the jump. Girl, push back cause your clothes are my yours. Bend down, make
They are dancing.
look back at the bumper roll. Look back at the bumper roll.
Don't know where she come from. When she start to baila, I'm holding on a bum bum, dancing with Delilah. Don't know where she come from. When she start to baila, I'm holding on a bum 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 bum. Diggy diggy hoochie wally wally bang bang, señorita, nice to meet you. I wanna see the people come and give me a little come and give me a little All this time I dancing on your body. Don't know where you're from, but I know your name. All I know is you give me the and I'm so lucky to see Delilah. Don't know where she come from. When she start to baila, I'm holding on a bum bum, dancing with Delilah. Don't know where she come from. When she start to baila, I'm holding on a bum 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 bum, diggy diggy oh Lord.
So now everybody follow BB Bad. She gonna lead us in some dance moves. Hey,
Quick release like who we are. Run to now it's a party. Switch it up now and we roll it. Uber Eats can where you want. After this I'm gonna be hungry from the line. She
I love it. I love
You
it.
gotta show me how to do that, BB Bad. Now you gotta show me how to.
I got you.
Hey,
Gotta know that your love is true. Can't keep running, boy, in and out my life. Wanna be your girl, not 'cause the mood is right. Till inside, tomorrow, will it get high? Will it get deep into me when I need someone to hold? Baby, don't misunderstand. I do want you for my man. I just need a little time. I invest my love. Don't walk away, boy. Don't walk away.
hey.
My love won't hurt you. No, don't walk away, boy. I'll be right there for you. All the things that I like to hear, you push on my buttons, baby. Love to have you close to me.
I
Wanna
love it. I love it. I love it.
wanna be for sure that it's me you need, baby, each and every night. Tomorrow, will it get high? Will it get deep into me when I need someone to hold? Baby, don't misunderstand. I do want you for my man. I just need a little time. I invest my love. Don't walk away.
Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Je me range mes pieds, je baisse la garde. Cette fois, je lâcherai pas. tu me ranges mes clean. Oh baby, c'est pas de la sépine. C'est où qu'est clé ou matin, comme je n'en la. Hakuna matata, hakuna matata.
Wheeler, 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 Wheeler. Let's give him a little sample. Let's give it up for DJ Soca B.
And you know what, so could be you like people are so some DJs get mixed up and the BPM. Honestly, it's not all about that. It's about making sure your crowd is feeling different genres of music in the building. You know what I'm saying? You can make it mix naturally, however you do it. But I had fun with that mix. You know, most people be like, well, why you didn't play another R&B song or another old school song behind it? It's boring. But when you play different genres of music at in the club at different times, it makes people have fun. I know sometimes when I'm doing BPM to BPM, I'm like, okay, this is getting a little boring. I like kind of figure out how to get out of it. But awesome job.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. That was good, man. You done made some people late for work. They was trying to get out the house.
I apologize, guys. I didn't mean to.
It's all her fault, yeah.
Tell them
It
blame the
ain't
DJ.
me.
There's
It ain't the
kind
blazethelion podcast.
of music.
Oh man. All right, here we go. Next question. We are actually way over time. So I respect everyone's time. So I'm gonna wrap this up in the next few minutes. Going into this question. Can you remember, can you recall, can you describe the best experience DJing? What was the event? What was the night? Do you know the date? Who was around? Can you recall maybe one of your best or the best or your favorite experience while DJing? And I think Renee and BB Bad are channeling the moment right now. Like, well, it was this time, and then there was that time, and then I can't talk about that time. So let's start with Renee in the mix.
Yeah, so I remember the best moment of me as a DJ. It's when actually I got a contract to move to Dubai as a DJ.
Yes,
Like that was like, oh my god, like DJing can make me board a plane, go to another country to play music and get paid. You know, that was like the most like I will never forget. It was 27th of February 2013. So that was the day. I will never forget that day. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. I would love to go to Dubai. So,
Yeah, me too.
yeah, I think we should all go.
Yeah,
we should do a
you
field
still
trip.
there, everybody? You still live there?
No, I left. I'm in the United States now.
Okay.
We're going to Dubai. I'm just trying to give this pandemic a little time to kind of do its thing.
Yeah. It's going to continue. Let me tell you one thing about the pandemic, right?
Yeah,
We
I
have to
know.
learn how to coexist with it.
Yeah.
It's just like the flu. However, we have to like just exist with it. It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to
Yeah.
be here for the end of time. We will
Yeah.
be wearing masks for a good period of time. So we just got to just go with it. Try to keep our families protected as much as we can, but we still got to also remember that we are here to create memories with our families and our friends.
Absolutely.
We only get one life to live. You know what I mean? So.
Absolutely. I think for me, it's not even about the virus itself. I mean, I have my own views on the virus. So it's not even per se that I'm scared of the virus. I'm not scared of anything. For me, it's just the restrictions and the policies and the rules and this and that it kind of traveling already came with a lot of rules. TSA ever since the 9/11, right, that happened in the city, in New York City, you know, it's just very so real time consuming. So now with this, it's just even more. So it kind of takes the fun, a little bit of the fun out of traveling with just all the restrictions and all the policies. And for this country, do I have to get tested or be vaccinated or this and that? So I'm just kind of like, ah, can we just travel and whatever? So, but yeah, I mean, this could be something that goes on till 2023 and 24 and 25, and we just got to learn how to shift with it. So,
For sure. For
yeah.
sure.
All right, BB Bad, what you got? Favorite experience besides this one tonight?
Well, just to add on to what you were saying just now, if you guys ever thinking about getting a little getaway, you don't know where to go, you're thinking about all these restrictions and COVID, come to St. Martin because all you need is a negative test. You don't need to quarantine, and you live.
On the
I
way.
am there.
On the
I
way
am
right now.
there.
I'm looking for it right now, girl.
Listen.
Right now.
Search up them tickets. Come on.
Uh-huh. Let us know when you playing the next fet or whenever. Give us the schedule. We're
There
gonna
you
plan
go.
around it and we're gonna come support.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Also, Carnival is coming up April/May. So if you guys don't have anything going on, that's the best
Ooh,
time to come.
Yeah,
I'm
for
planning
sure.
from
Just
now.
putting it out there.
Yes, love it.
So I would have to say my best experience so far in my year and a half would have to be this summer, last summer, 2021. I got the opportunity to play, to headline at, I guess I would say, like one of the biggest clubs on the island. And I really love this club because it's one of the places where like I could be as diverse as I want to. I could touch on the Caribbean stuff, the cultural stuff, but I could also touch on like, just different genres, the hip hop, the moombahton. Like you can mix anything and everything as long as the time is right. So I was really excited when I got the opportunity to headline there. And so it was a whole summer gig. Every Wednesday I think I was headlining. And then one night I was just like, you know what, let me play like some EDM from when I was like 16 years old at the bars, like what was like popping at that time. And I just started like mixing that kind of vibe, and people were like so responsive to it. Like people were jumping, screaming the songs, and like I had never experienced that energy yet, as a DJ. Like in the crowd, yes, but not as the DJ. So just watching people be like so responsive and like screaming the songs out loud and jumping up and down. I was like, wow, like oh my god, like look at like this energy that's going on, like this energy exchange. And like I would have to say that was like one of like my best nights, just like realizing like, whoa, okay, like you really do have this power to get people to this level. And then I would have to say another breakthrough I had this summer was also like learning how to like MC for myself while DJing. That's something that not a lot of, I don't see a lot of females doing, but also on my island I really don't see it. So like just stepping out of my comfort zone in that way too, like using my voice to MC to also add an extra layer to that too. Was all just a very like interesting experience, but like it helped me grow and really break through to like the next level. So yeah.
Yes. I'm inspired. I'm not even a DJ, but
I have to say, not to cut off, I am very inspired by both of you guys. Well, pretty much all of you. I have to say, BB Bad, you mentioning about micing for yourself, that is definitely something I'm still working on. But I think it's part that I just don't like to, when we're outside in the scene, because I'm so used to, I love music in general. I like to dance. So y'all see I'm playing the music, but I'm like bopping to it. I'm getting into it. It's hard for me to talk to the crowd because sometimes I don't know what to say. It's not like when the male DJ is like, yeah, ladies, you're going to do that. Like, I can't hear myself saying that,
Yeah,
Exactly. Like we want to get the crowd hype and stuff. So sometimes I think I get caught too much in my thoughts of like, I know I'm playing this song. I can think what I want to say. How will it translate if I say it? Is it going to come out with the same energy or anything like that? So I'd have to say that's definitely one of my goals. As much as I've been playing music and I'm now like getting more out there, people are recognizing I'm playing at events and things like that. That's definitely one of my goals, at least for this year. I see somebody in the comments saying that I did stream. I don't know if you guys are know Twitch. I actually started during the pandemic. I started streaming on Twitch since everybody's in the house, can't go anywhere. So in a sense, that's kind of where I got my mic practice, but it's more comfortable when you're just sitting here and
Your
just
house,
talking.
yeah.
You don't have to visually see everybody reacting, because that's another thing too. When you're playing the music, if they don't react, it kind of like,
You can
okay,
like,
then
get
maybe I
into
played
some
the wrong
sound.
song. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's a lot happening in
that's to think
one
about. Yeah.
moment. So for
Yeah.
me, sometimes I'm just like, I'll play, I look up, all right, they vibing, all right, but keep going. Let me just keep going. I'm gonna start dancing. That's my way to interact. Voicing, it's a struggle. If you have any tips, please
Honestly,
share.
what's been helpful for me is like writing it down. Like I
Mm.
got the opportunity like a few months ago to fly to a island that's like really close to St. Martin. I don't know if you ever heard of Saba. It's even smaller than St. Martin. Um, and so I was headlining for 2 hours, and I don't MC, but I was like, you know what? Like I know I cannot go on the stage prime time playing dancehall, playing soca, playing all the things that they love without giving them a little extra something. So I was like, I literally like planned my whole set for like a week straight, and I just like wrote down certain things, you know. And obviously, like I'm on an island with predominantly mainly males who DJ, so I'm like, I don't really have that many references of things that I could say, because just like you said, sometimes they could be really like, ladies, if you're, yeah, you know what I mean, like this
Mm-hmm.
and it's like,
Yep.
what do you say as a woman to like empower other women and not like sexualize them all the time, first of all, and like just get everybody included and everybody have a good time. So like literally I just wrote down stuff like, if you're celebrating birthday tonight, or like if you're from St. Martin, if you're from Saba, if you're from Stacia, you know, especially as a Caribbean DJ, like you could do those things. Like
Yeah.
everybody from Haiti, and then even that could like guide you. If somebody, if half the crowd is from Haiti, then you already know, bam,
There you go.
you gotta bring in some compa after that, you know. So it's like
Yeah.
almost like testing them, like okay, like I got a good response with that, so let me switch into this, you know. So it's
I
like,
think another key, not to cut you guys off, but another key thing you got to think about when you want to MC, just go into it with big energy. I've always MC since when I started, and a lot of guys was like, "You sound like a guy." So that's just because you hating. And I became a voice actor, so I was like, but I always like to go into big energy, and so whatever you say might mess up. Like you said, oh, ladies, come to the dance floor, whatever. You might mess up on that, but if you got big energy, ain't nobody really, noticing about what you're actually saying. They just know that you're engaged. That's that, you're
yeah.
engaged in the crowd. But I love the MC. I'm naturally a talker. Honestly, I don't talk a lot, but I like to just create moments on the dance floor for sure by using my voice. And like I said, I'm a voice actor, so I use hint hint. I
Mm-hmm.
use I try to make businesses both work together. So if somebody
Yeah.
hear me on the mic, they might say, "Oh, dang, she has like a radio voice or
Mm-hmm.
a podcast voice or something like that." So yeah, it's all about just going into it with big energy, and I promise you're gonna start loving to be on the mic for sure.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
funny because when I play live, so like I said, my boyfriend is also a DJ, so he has no problem talking on the mic. So if he's standing next to me at any point, um, I'll usually like, I'm in the moment, I'm playing, and then like something will catch my head, like, oh, I can say this, but I don't want to say it, so I'll tell him to say it.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, can you just say this? But the energy don't. I mean, sometimes it does, but it's like how I envision it and what comes out. Sometimes it can be different. So I'm like, sometimes I just want to pick it up, and then I get nervous, and I'm just like, nah, next time, next. Yeah,
Yeah.
so definitely something to work on. But
Yeah.
I listen. I'm listening to you guys share your experiences, and then I'm taking like bits and pieces. And I'm like, there's certain things that I know I want to work on for self. And hearing that, not saying that you guys are the only ones. There are other ladies, like BB Bad said. There's a lot of female DJs that don't MC for themselves, and then there's a few that do. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lady Dre. I believe she's stationed in New York. They always compliment her for that. She's very, I mean, well skilled. She can control the crowd herself. The guys will stand up there, and then eventually they just walk away. It's like she could hold her own. I want to get to that level. Yeah, baby steps, baby steps.
You want to
I'll
get
make
to
sure
the
I'll try and
level.
start writing them down and things like that. And
You want to get to the level of where DJs, when you ask to get on the mic, they tell you no.
mm,
Because they know that just you have that MC skill and they don't really do it. So they're like, nah, I don't want, no, it's okay. I
yeah,
don't need to MC. It's all
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
I used to MC for a lot of people when I got to Atlanta. They stopped letting me do it. Because the engagement of the crowd, like, where's Queen? You usually with Queen, they're like, no, it's me. It's not me. It's not Queen, it's me. So yeah.
Yeah. Nope. Taking all that energy in and hopefully applying it to the future. Maybe y'all see me talking one day. It might just be like, hey, y'all, I'm Soka B. And I'll just put it down. And
You sound good. You sound great. I mean, you had the microphone going tonight. You sound great.
Yeah.
And
That's a good start. That's a good start. Better than nothing. Baby steps.
Baby steps. There we go.
Yeah. I am learning so much myself, and I am just grateful. I am happy to even get this panel going, and I love the energy. You here as the guest, network with each other, reach out to each other, share ideas, right? Even like collab, like you just never know whether it's through virtual or what. Well, we're going to St. Martin anyway, right? Anyway, facts, right? So between now and then, use this opportunity because people come in your life and it's never by coincidence, it's destined, right? There's always a plan. So you just never know that someone here that you're just talking to on a screen, uh, you all could do a big event or create a great business or idea or anything like that. So,
and my bucket list actually is me to DJ on the island. So it's on that that vision board. So,
there we go.
You ladies get it together. Travel DJing is something that I did for sure when I lived up north, because I lived in Maryland. So you got DC, you got Maryland, you got Virginia, you got New York, you got New Jersey. So I always like to go different places to play, but I've never been to an actual island. So yeah, that's like something on my bucket list for sure. And you, Renee, for Dubai, I always wanted to DJ in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? The DJs told me the money is different, and I believe it. So I always wanted to DJ in Dubai, so I just wanted to touch you in the screen. Let me see if I can get the good juju's for that.
I could give you tips. Just DM me on Instagram and we can talk.
Okay, and I think you did follow me. Let's see.
Yeah, I did.
Perfect.
There we go.
My DJ name on IG is really. I'll make sure I follow. I'll get with everybody and get everybody's information. If I try to explain it,
I think I put it in the chat. Is it a way we can put it? Hey, I love to rock. Let's see. How we can put it in the chat?
So I'm gonna do all of that for you all. I got you all.
Okay.
So we've been here for about 90 minutes. So again, I respect everyone's time, and I know people are in different time zones as well on this panel and as well as listening. So before we close, I just want to go around the room, or go around the screen rather, and I need you all to do two things for me. Two things. All right. First thing is to leave your information. If anyone wants to book you, if anyone wants to get in contact with you, how can they reach you? So leave share your contact information. That's one. And then number two is, if you have any gems or a gem, anything to inspire someone, to motivate someone, to leave somebody with positive energy in this pandemic, and even prior to the pandemic, people are going through life, and for some it's extremely tough, very challenging. Some want to quit, some want to give up. And you ladies here with your energy might just be that light that several people need, right? So those are the two things that I need from you all, is to share your contact information and leave us with a gem. All right. So who would like to go first? Leaving it open.
I'll leave out with a gem first. Just pushing when times get hard. Know that the dream is, like they say all the time, the dream is real. It's something that you can, whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve it at any time. You are the only person standing in front of you. You get what I'm saying? So just keep being you and keep creating and keep being beautiful, especially as a female DJ. Just keep creating. And also, For me, you guys can follow me on Instagram. I got a few Instagram pages, but my one Instagram, the Instagram pages are in my story. You guys can follow me at I am DJ Queen underscore. In my story, you'll see my luxury DJ service will be tagged there and some more. So yes, please follow me at I am DJ Queen underscore on Instagram.
Awesome, awesome. Next up.
I'll go next because my laptop's about to die. Well, my name is Renee in the Mix. On Instagram, it's Renee in the Mix. Facebook, Renee Deep. And then my YouTube, I have a YouTube channel, it's Renee in the Mix. And also I have a website, reneeinthemix.com. So if it's bookings, you can book, you can reach me on those platforms. And then just before I leave, I would like to say hard work pays. If you work hard, you'll definitely see the results. Thank you for having me in your podcast as well. Appreciate it.
Love it, love it.
So to reach me, I believe someone put it in the comments, actually, VI Crucian. My social handles, IG is DJ Soka underscore B dot FSI. You can catch me on there. I do have a Twitch channel. Haven't been using it lately, so hopefully getting that back up running again. So I'll make sure if you guys are following IG that you guys get that information too. That you guys can also contact me there. Um, the gem I'd like to leave with, I will say one that always resonates with me, I suppose, especially when I'm going through, and not just with DJing, but life in general. Um, Life gets tough. There are moments where you're gonna reach where you're not sure that what you're doing is what you're meant to do. Um, it's something that maybe there's a moment where you don't feel as passionate, you just don't feel that energy. Something is always gonna be off. Um, I think DJ Queen said it earlier. One thing about me, I don't believe in coincidences. I really truly feel like one, all of us are here for a reason. Yes, Blaze, thank you for having all of us. I know that you guys were kind of researching and things like that, but you chose certain ones for a reason. Not saying that we're any better or worse or whatever than anyone else, but we're all connected here for a reason.
Hmm.
Even what we do as DJs, I'm gonna take that female part out. Even what we do as DJs is not by coincidence. It came to us because there's some skill or something that we bring that's unique to the table or to the scene. One thing I would say, at least with the skill, is just keep being yourself, bringing that energy, that uniqueness that each and every one of us, as we spoke our stories, has expressed, and to keep at it. And if it's something that you truly love, it won't feel like work. That passion will always be there. The opportunities will always reach you no matter what's happening in your life. It's going to come back to you and explode tenfold.
Hmm.
So you guys can find me on Instagram at bb underscore bad, which would lead you to my YouTube, my TikTok, my website, my email. So everything would be there once you type in bb underscore bad. Um, and one gem I would like to leave behind is that you could be and do whatever it is that you want in this life.
Can I say this photo is beautiful, girl?
I think that society kind of like tells us, okay, that we need to follow this one path and this is what we need to be for the rest of our life. But especially as artists, like there's so much within you that needs to be explored. And so I would encourage everybody, whether you're an artist, whether you think you're an artist or not, to dig deep and find different things within yourself to be able to express yourself. And when it comes to when you're pursuing something that you love, it takes more than just having passion. It takes a real will to push through hard times, to push, to learn, to work hard. And I know work hard sounds so cliche, but it's true. Like when you really want something, that's when you really like give all your energy to it. If you don't really want something and you don't get it, like it's sometimes it's for a reason. It means that maybe you didn't push hard enough, you didn't really want it bad enough. But anything that you want in life is possible. It just takes like putting all your energy, your determination, dedication, to having that thing. And I believe that anything is possible in time, and everything also takes time.
Yes,
Yes.
patience. We didn't even
Some
say
people
that.
Like
like
see it for yourself. Yes.
everything, everything right here, right now. That instant gratification is like it's only for Instagram. Everything else is like real work behind the scenes. And like Renee said, like things do pay off in time, but you have to stick to what it is that you love and know, like follow that voice inside of you that's telling you, yeah, keep going. That's the right path, and yeah, everything will be okay in the end.
Yes, yes, yes.
Love it.
You heard it here. This was episode 57 of the Blaze the Lion podcast. Now, the video replay will be available on YouTube right after we end this. So, in a couple minutes, you can watch that replay. Also, for streaming, the audio version of episode 57 will be available tomorrow. All right, on your Spotify, your Google Podcast, your Apple Podcast, your Breaker, all those major streaming platforms. So if the video ain't your thing and you just want to plug it in the audio on your way to work, on your way to a party, whatever it is, and get hype, um, you can do that. All right. I want to thank all my guests as well, all my panelists. I want to thank everybody in the chat who has watched and love. All right. Yes, we spoke about patience. We spoke about passion and purpose. Don't forget love. You have to love what you're doing, and it's part of the journey. There are going to be some dark seasons. There are going to be some unfamiliar seasons that you just don't know. Your anxiety is kind of racing, and ugh, but press through, man. Walk in love, right? Let that energy of love be contagious and spread out. And you do. You ladies have a talent. You ladies have a job, right? To examine the temperature of the room, to dictate the atmosphere in the room. And you all can put smiles on faces. You all can change people from mean mugging on the wall to winding their waist and letting go of all their fears and their worries. So thank you all for all you do for really changing the world. Seriously. So don't take your craft, don't take your gift for granted. You are blessed, you are skilled. Yes, you are doing the work and you've researched, but you also blessed with this talent, with this skill. So thank you all again for all you do.
Oh, thank you so much, Blaze, for having
Thank
us.
you
You
for
know,
having
Of
us.
course, of course, of
absolutely,
course,
absolutely. Thank you
of
for having us. You
course.
have a great mixture of people here on this podcast today. So I definitely appreciate that for sure.
Yes. And big shouts to DJ Chocolate Rocket, who had to leave
Yes.
early.
Chocolate
You know,
Rocket, yes, I need to follow her. I think I followed everybody, so I need to do chocolate. Do you know her Instagram?
I think it's DJ Chocolate. Mm, quote me on that.
Check your DMs because you was DMing us, sir.
Yeah,
Check your DMs.
It is, yeah, DJ Chocolate Rocket. There we go.
Chocolate. Oh yes, and she's like, okay.
She's doing it. She's
Yes.
doing it. Yes, yes, yes.
I love it.
So appreciate you all. This was the Blaze the Lion podcast. Soka B, take us away. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Bye.
All this thing's always so down.
Bye.
Later.